Mr. Drayton, shine.
You are now locked in to the Saturday Sit Down with the talented Mr. Drayton. Your favorite place for the best conversations. We're talking news, politics, entertainment, and possibly the ever so rare nipple slip. You are now locked in with the talented Mr. Drayton, and this is the Saturday Sit Down.
Oh, you shouldn't have, but I pay you to, so maybe you should. Happy Saturday, everybody. It's your man, Gregory Talented Mr. Drayton, a.k.a. Alice's baby. So this is what I get for copying swag so much. Today I have a shiny nose because I'm trying to get my skin regimen.
Don't blame that on
shiny. No, it's not your fault. It's my point being a fucking copycat. Listen. No shining like Rudolph over here. Happy Saturday, it's your man. Yet again, each and every Saturday we bring you the Saturday Sit Down. I like to refer to it as a professional coffee clutch, if you will. We sit down, we talk about this and that from sneakers to hats in the news, in the black news, and what's happening in the sphere. Normally it's around President Poopy Pants and his acolytes. You know, they are always... It's like the little rascals. They always up to some bull shiggity, you know. And before we get started into the black news, I want to play this for you because this kind of sums it up. Every week, I think I find the thing, Malcolm, that sums it up. But this, even before I get to the introductions, I want to show you all this. As I introduce you all, after we get back, we can talk about this. Go ahead, Swag.
Behold, the festering carcass of American rot, shoved into an ill-fitting suit, the sleaze of a con man, the cowardice of a draft dodger, the gluttony of a parasite, the racism of a Klansman, the sexism of a back-alley creep, the ignorance of a barstool drunk, and the greed of a hedge fund ghoul spray-painted orange and paraded like a prize hog at a county fair. Not a president, not even a man, just the diseased distillation of everything this country swears it isn't, but has always been. Arrogance dressed up as exceptionalism, stupidity passed off as common sense, cruelty sold as toughness, greed exalted as ambition, and corruption worshipped like gospel. It is America's shadow made flesh, a rotting pumpkin idol, proving that when a nation kneels before money, power, and spite, it doesn't just lose its soul, it shits out this bloated obscenity and calls it a leader.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a pretty good ending there.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Idol.
Good afternoon. You like that? That makes you feel better about what you saw this week? There you go, right there. I am here to soothe your soul again. So let's go ahead and start off with the introduction. I cannot do this alone. Will not do this alone. It's impossible. You know, let's start with the man in the green shirt. Hey, green guy. How are you?
Hey.
The green guy has a name. the green guy with the afro is Malcolm the Philosopher King's Wednesday nights on what's the bewitching hour? Those who watch us know 7 p.m. here. All the magic happens. You know, that's when we pull out the fairy dust and, you know, sprinkle it on the show and make all the goodness for you. This week's show was very interesting. It was actually kind of thought provoking because I thought about things that I probably shouldn't. But I did.
Yeah.
So, and he also, go ahead.
I was just saying we had a great time, and I
was.
really appreciated it. Yeah,
it was. And I know you were in your head about it, so I try not to make fun of it. So,
yeah,
I'm going to put on my serious daddy hat here and not make fun of this. But as you know, I make fun of a lot of shit, and that brings me to like Swag's topic of this guy got dissed because he was very unserious. And I was like, wow, have I ever been? I started thinking about that. I was like, you know, that probably have been the end of some of my situations. Because sometimes I can be unserious. But if you tell me, hey, I'm serious, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
I don't know. But if you're into podcasting, check out Malcolm's. The M3 presents the Bearcast. He has 1,003 episodes in the can. Catch up. Tell a friend, send a friend, bring a friend. all that good stuff. So it is fantastically, wonderfully catered to you and your eardrum. Now, down below, the best super producer in the world in Tijuana with new neighbors, a cat that is off the rails today, a sewing machine, a bag, and a pair of sneakers at the door set to go on vacation. My man, swag for life. Sneakers at the door, ticket in hand. Man, swag for life. Catch him Tuesday nights. What's the bewitching hour here at M3? 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
That's right. Tuesday. Now, it's kind of a setup situation. So, Swag asks the questions that trigger you and shows you gross pictures of straight people and gay people in tutus. And then Malcolm knocks it down and tries to soothe us with analytical thoughts, and kind of, I don't know. So they kind of work in tandem to trigger me. And, Mondays, it starts all over again here at 3 p.m. with Malcolm and I. On Mondays at 3 p.m. with Malcolm and Greg and Malcolm. Depends on how we feel. But Swag, we didn't put up your placard. Let's put up your placard.
Yes, we did.
Oh, we did. I'm so crazy. So crazy. It's been a long week. So crazy. 7 p.m. Tuesdays. How are you today, sir? Cat Daddy.
I don't know. This cat is freaking me out a little bit this morning. I mean, Malcolm pointed it out. He's like, I don't think I've ever heard him like that. It's just like he went taking off down the hallway, and I'm just like, okay, what has gotten into him today?
He senses that you're leaving. He's like, you're going to leave me.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
He's catching attitude.
He heard you, Craig.
Like, this nigga moving different. I don't know. Something. Yeah.
This is a shift in your energy.
Yeah, I don't play that shit. This nigga's moving different. I want out of this.
Seem like you happy. Something's up.
Right.
You're
gonna leave me here with them people, ain't you? That's what you're gonna do. Good afternoon, Mr. Collins. Hope all is well, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Giles. Delicious looking. Wow, that is what a superlative that is. I like to think. Right. I like to think I taste like Pop-Tarts. No, in my head, I think I taste like Pop-Tarts. No?
In my mind, I taste like candy corn.
Candy corn. Oh my God! Did we pull that clip of such and such and such and such had a baby and it was candy corn? I'm not gonna tell you.
I'll get it.
Okay,
it's just for John. I did not pull the John clip, by the way, Malcolm. So don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, I come here, I sit here, and I sit down in this very seat to bring you, I start off bringing you the Black News. And let's go ahead and get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, M3, the talented Mr. Drayton, and all the powers that be in the Black world present the Black News.
M3 presents the Black News with your host, the talented Mr. Drayton.
Well, just in case you did not know, if you tried to go on down to your local government entity, them's closed. Them's not open. Them's closed for the foreseeable future because, well, let me see. So, first of all, hello, Mr. Franklin. I missed your comment, sir. I'm sorry. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Everyone is looking handsomely melanated and moisturized. See there? That's what's going. That's what gets your comment on every time. Flattery. That's what's gonna get you. That's what's gonna get you on. Damn, I love Pop-Tarts. Ooh. See, I started that. See there. What up, Mr. James?
I too. I can't deny that. See, last summer at the store on sale, and I was like, there's a part of me that wants to go ahead and get those. But
other than Frosted Flakes, I think that's the one thing I hold on to from my childhood. I love me some Pop-Tarts, and I just eat them in the middle of the day. don't even toast them bitches. I don't even want them toasted.
Oh, check this out. I saw them do this on TV and I'm like, I want to try that. So somebody made an ice cream sandwich, but they used Pop-Tarts instead. I said,
that sounds good. Yeah.
That sounds good.
That sounds like super delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just got over a stomach thing. Don't.
I could do that.
You see how he do me, Mom? You see how he do me? I think y'all get together and meet without me, right? It's like
just put
like,
thoughts in your head.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Malcolm, how you want to trigger Greg this week? I don't know. We have so many things going on here. We have so many things going on. Welcome to Black News. But like I said before, if you're gonna trips on down to your local neighborhood entity, things closed. So don't go looking for them. And trust me, I am a victim of them being closed. I'm so pissed. I really need to get something done, and I cannot because the government is closed. And this is so a piss of seeker. Like it is, it's turning into a whole thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so we never realized the fine nuances of government. And I think about what I was thinking about, Swag, was people like, oh, I want government out of my life. Bitch, you crazy. I mean, I don't want them in my bedroom, but I want them to do like the municipal shit that the government does. Because if we think about it, so before we run all this shit about the government shutdown and all I have to say about it, so if you're planning on traveling in the next couple of weeks while the government's closed, you think about this is the time that because they have to work for free and they're not coming to work. They already told us in past government shutdowns, nigga, no, this is not what we're doing today. TSA and air traffic controllers are government employees. Now, the brouhaha about the traffic air controllers are like the stoplights in the air. They map out the flights in case you don't know exactly what they do. We need them. And so Trump has tried to fire a bunch of them and he's not hiring any new ones. They're already short. They already get no sleep. You know, we see it was in Philadelphia, 2 planes collided on the runway just last week. So it was bad at LaGuardia, and it was bad before the government shut down. And so then the trickle down is, things stop getting done. And stop as it goes on and on. It kind of slowly stops and comes to a grinding halt. So you may not be feeling it now, but you will. So now the Democrats are holding out. Well, let's play some what we have. Go ahead.
And if you're flying today, tomorrow, next week, you probably won't see an impact yet at an airport near you. TSA officers are on the job. However, if they go without 1 paycheck or maybe 2 paychecks, if history is any indication, they may start calling in sick, and then the lines at your airport could start to grow. 13,000 air traffic controllers are now working without pay. Even more stress after years of mandatory overtime, with the FAA trying to hire more controllers and overhaul antiquated technology. During the 2019 shutdown, some controllers called out sick after 2 missed paychecks.
I wouldn't be surprised if it takes, another 20 to 30 minutes before we become airborne.
When flight delays began to mount, President Trump called off the shutdown. This morning, one veteran controller tells NBC News, I think we're going to have a lot of controllers who are not going to be able to make it to work during the shutdown. 50,000 TSA officers are also working without a paycheck this morning. Average pay $45,000 to $50,000.
Imagine if somebody said, you got to go to the Burger King and work down there for free.
Yeah.
Right.
Imagine if your motherfucking job said, I bet you got to work for free and pray we're going to pay you.
Right.
On the other end, now the CEO is telling you, I'm trying to fire you so I don't have to pay you.
Right.
Now, which he's not going to do that, by the way.
No, he was just trying to get the...
That's an empty threat. And you know what, Malcolm, I'm proud of the Democrats having balls this time.
Yeah, me too. So far.
But they're dick. And look, if they made, my whole thing, if they made it past day 3, They put their dick on the table. So let me tell you what happens. What they're fighting for, in case it doesn't bother you. What they're fighting for. This curtails the big beautiful bill.
Mm-hmm.
It needs a budget, and the Democrats are like, "This is our chance." You know, this is our chance to do the freak off. You know, the motherfucker be like, "Yo, I'm gonna do this." So, like, this is their chance to curtail the bill, and it works. Because let me tell you something: a premium now that is if you're on the let's just call it the Affordable Care Act. You're on the Affordable Care Act, and your premium is now $210. Reasonable, right? Still a little high, but reasonable. Your premium will be $687.
Yeah,
because they're going to take away the subsidies.
Yeah.
Now the question remains: how? You may be employed for now, but I don't know where you live, but the economy is getting worse. So
right.
I would imagine about 30% of us are going to be unemployed in the next 12 months or more. I mean, not being doom and gloom, but it's just facts.
The funny thing is about this, I finally did go back and watch the interview between Ta-Nehisi and Ezra. And what's interesting about that debate or that conversation is that Ta-Nehisi was grounding his politics in reality and felt experience of people. And Ezra on this sort of, theoretical, strategic level. And it's such a really good debate on pretty much every issue, because I think about this. So, like, on the political side, the fight to, keep the subsidies is a good one, right? Like, it will help people afford their health care.
Right.
Politically, it may actually be advantageous to let it go ahead and expire, because when people see those bills come, there's really only one person they're going to blame. I think at some point people really do need to feel the pain, and I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, because at the end of the day, they may not be able to curtail the cuts, right?
Well, Malcolm, let me share something. Let me share a statistic that I got yesterday. 77% of MAGA, self-identified MAGA people, think it's Republicans' fault. I couldn't believe it. I absolutely couldn't believe it. Absolutely, I don't know about that. I think America's finally, I wouldn't say onto the shit, but I think if 77% of self-identified MAGA told a pollster,
but
it's more. You know what I mean?
The thing, though, for instance, people were pretty much done with Trump in the 2020 election. Then, 4 years later, he was reelected. So what I'm saying is that it needs to be something so painful that it extends over time. You can, right now think it's a bad idea, and then some new shit's coming. We launch an invasion of Venezuela or some shit, and now we're debating something completely different. It's
Well, let me give
you changes.
I understand. Let me give you the flip side of that. So what if I offered you this, and I said somebody out there is already unemployed? Let's say a regular person that voted for Trump is already unemployed. Eggs are already $10 a dozen. I mean, seriously, they're like $6. You know what I mean? We always talk about eggs, but I love fucking eggs, and I buy a lot of them. I love eggs, right? I put eggs in every fucking thing. I eat eggs for dinner, bitch. I put eggs in bologna sandwiches with cheese. And if you haven't tried that, do yourself a favor. Yeah, a fried egg with bologna cheese sandwich. Yeah, I'm saying
that is
delicious. It is. He's so fat. It was like, can we postpone this and go make bologna and cheese and eggs? I love this for us. It was like, yeah. Like the viewership is just going woo because everybody running to the kitchen. Yeah. Listen. So I agree. I agree totally with what you're saying, but I don't think. I think we're feeling enough pain to make it make sense. I think we see the good and evil. And the problem with the election was Joe was very unpopular in the beginning. And so when you America thinks something's going on when you switch candidates in the middle. It's like, oh, Joe's gonna be dead in 10 days. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
Is it really that bad? I'm still hurting. So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
The fact that these switch candidates should have been like the end of the. It's the reason that people didn't want to switch the candidates. Like people were telling them
the very reason not to.
Nobody wanted to. Like even those people who thought
this is going to end. Yeah, that ends very badly, and we see how it ends. I mean, she knew it, and she said,
that's basically what that entire book is about, right?
Yeah, she said this is going to end badly. She says I had no. She said I had no. She said I didn't even plan a cabinet. She said I didn't. I was. I knew I was not going to be the president of the United States. Not right now, and she said right now. So that's the caveat to that story. It's interesting enough. It's just, but they are, and I have another story coming up, Malcolm. That there's another set of Americans that have a particular of Americans that are a stronghold for what's that? Put up that slide of that name that we call him. I want to show the new viewers. This is how we refer to the President of the United States, Kankles McTaco Tits himself. Say along with me, party people. Kankles McTaco Tits.
McTaco Tits.
That's right, Malcolm. I didn't hear you. I need you. Kankles McTaco Tits.
Kankles McTaco Tits. Yes.
Thank you. To Woosah and say that. Thank you. So, and there's another set of people that Kankles McTaco Tits are just left out to drop. But back to the government shutdown. So Chuck Schumer is the oldest politician next to Jesus. You don't even see Nancy Pelosi no more. I don't know where she at. But when the election, everybody blamed Nancy, so she went to go sit down because that's the bitch we saw going to the president's house, President Biden's house, to deliver. Bitch, you should drop out. Bitch, do it. Bitch, do it. She like that bad girlfriend at the club when you had too much to drink. Bitch, have one more drink. You can do it. No, bitch, you should not have that.
She was kind of playing both sides, right? So
yeah, she always did. That's how she got it done. Yeah,
she had at least 20 members of the House who she kept their mouths shut. And you could have seen that as a conspiracy, which it kind of was.
It was.
They wanted to talk out and say, like, we need the president to resign. He may have resigned earlier, or dropped out earlier, if she hadn't stopped them. And I think once it reached a certain, I don't know, critical mass, she couldn't hold it back anymore.
Yeah,
especially with
she was the bitch that started. It was like, I started a fire. It was, and now I want to put it out. Oops.
She didn't start the fire. She was containing the fire. The fire started.
So it is. This is my conspiracy theory. I think, did Smokey Eye JD Vance do Kankle's makeup? Probably. Well, they probably do each other's hair and makeup, and it's just one of those things. So, talk about Americans are disenfranchised with our president, and so let me tell you why this is. Only, what is it, Malcolm? 30% of the population votes.
Right.
Is that right? Yeah, on an average. Is that 30? Around 29, 30%. All right. So now those people who don't vote expect us that vote to have common sense. Now, some of us last time that voted was like, I ain't fucking with Joe Biden. That's what happened. So 5% of less voters. Now, he only won by 1.8%. Let me tell you, there was no mandate here. She was close. Right. She could have got in there. So there was no mandate here. He only won by 1.7%. Like, and I think there was some
bagash. You gotta remember that 3% is a landslide.
3% is a landslide.
Yeah, that's how close our politics are. So.
Yeah, so there is no, and maybe perhaps if she had more time, it's looking at 2020, hindsight 2020. But so, with that said, there is no mandate. So when you come close like that, you only win by one point, basically.
Right.
And so the rest of the electorate that did not vote is like, hey, you guys didn't do your job. This is the wrong guy. But you could have got up and voted too. But the whole entire country is now unhappy because people are now upset. People that voted for him are now upset. So let me tell you about this next story. And I'm going to start off with an angry young white man who lives in a rural area. And he's going to be talking about, because I told y'all, y'all not going to get me kicked off the air. The black news is going to be presented by white people. Okay. If there's a goddamn clip to be ran, it's going to be a white bitch on this screen because Malcolm and I are not going to get kicked off of this. Malcolm has worked too hard to maintain M3, and I've had the pleasure of working alongside him and Swag to keep this network afloat. And we're not going to be derailed. You know, I think my problems with the government, I think Trump is after me. That's my whole thing. But anyway, so go ahead and play this, and I'll tell you. It's going to tell you who he's talking about. But go ahead.
Wait. You're telling me that these half-witted maggot farmers voted for the guy who fucked them into the dirt his first term. And now that it's happening again, they want both our sympathy and our taxpayer dollars? Oh my fucking God. Maybe, and I'm just throwing this out there, it wasn't such a great idea to vote for the guy who campaigned on starting a trade war with China and axing USAID when those are two of your biggest fucking customers. I mean, what's that biblical shit all you fuckwits are always prattling on about? You reap what you sow? Well, there you fucking go. Besides, I thought money from the government was socialism, and anybody who needs governmental assistance to put food on the table to feed their fucking family is a lazy loser who needs to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. What happened to that, Cletus? See, I grew up with these red hat and farmer pricks, and the thing that's funny about them is that they're perfectly happy to point their finger at anybody else who's getting a fucking nickel from the government to talk about how lazy they are. But the second they need a little money, they will take everything they can fucking get. I got a little advice for you there, Cletus. Put your boots on and start fucking pulling. Because the alternative is that you get bought out by a mega corporation that's owned by a billionaire, who's probably buddy-buddy with the billionaire that you helped elect. So the funny thing is, the only person you fuckwits have to blame are yourselves. So you can have my sympathy when hell freezes over.
I love that. Come on. I love white people anger. You know.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I love white people's anger.
Was he lying though?
No.
I heard no lies in that whole thing.
Pretty much.
And then he called them bitches Cletus. That just took me off the game. Right?
So true.
Oh, B-Rad not talking shit to Cletus. Right.
B-Rad.
Boy, when I tell you, he used to use the term Cletus. That's if you've never seen the Nutty Professor, I think the mother's like, "Come on, Cletus, you walk over, you gonna live back. Come on, Cletus," the grandma. So
isn't it also a character in like the Beverly Hillbillies?
Cletus, no, it was Jethro,
Hmm.
and
Right.
Nellie Mae, and Paul. What was Paul's real? Yeah. What was Paul's real name? Grandma and Paul. Paul's. She never called him. Jed Clampett. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she never called him Jed though. Everybody called him Paul.
Oh, okay.
The only reason we knew his name was Jed because he had to talk to the banker.
Right.
Yeah. What was her name? The tall lady that was really goofy. Oh,
his secretary.
Yes.
What was her name?
Oh my God, what was her name? I don't want to call that bitch Genevieve, but anyway. Anyway, but moving on. So farmers,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, farmers are pissed. But listen, the valid point here is you get what the fuck you asked for. This is a dependable block for Republicans. They knew what they were getting. So I have something else coming up. And my dear white woman, those segment I'm gonna start calling Dear White Women. So there's something else that blog she talks as another white woman. I'm just telling you, just because I'm not doing this. So and the whole show would be the black news today and the rewind, and so we won't have any other topics. I went in my mailbox and I was like, "Ew, y'all are." Let me stop right there. My mailbox, y'all are off the chain. I can't talk about some of those things, okay? Y'all talking about SA being okay. That's not, don't bring that to me. because I'm gonna call the police. That's what I'm just telling you. You know, you ask it. I'm calling the police. I'm telling you, you put something in my inbox and it's illegal. Trump is not going to erase me. Y'all not going to have me in prison. Y'all not going to have me. Listen, coming up in the Black News, we're going to talk about Diddy being sentenced this week. Y'all not going to have me in court being sentenced. That's what y'all not going to do. I'm not going to be there because Malcolm is not going into the corporate account to come get me. He's going to be like, listen, you made choices. That's what he's going to tell me because he's a pragmatist. You made choices. You sit there and you think about what you did. You should have told him. So I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, don't put nothing in my mailbox. So I was gonna do like a something out of my mailbox, but I couldn't. Swag was like, "Well, what do you do?" I cannot. I mean, it was just filthy. It was filthy. It was filthy. It was describing acts that are of ungodly. Malcolm, I think about my thing is I always think about Swag's mother and your mother kind of running across this by accident. That is always, always my go-to.
Unfortunately,
that is always my go-to. Right, that is my go-to.
She ran into the Instagram stories. What is this?
Exactly. So, right.
Why do you have to be so
filthy? Right. Why you have to be so filthy and mannish? Right. And just off the rails for a second. But listen, I think about that. And the queen down there in North Carolina, I'm just like, because that's a phone call.
Yeah.
Gregory.
Well, see, you ain't really got to worry about that because she doesn't know how to use that stuff. Like, she has no idea. Like,
I don't know. But one day she gonna learn. I just
barely knows how Facebook works, so I don't see her. Brother,
I was gonna send her. I was gonna send her,
and that's why my sister calls you the snitch, because like you always want to tell on people. You need to stop doing that.
Listen, I know. I was gonna send her a friend request the other day, and I was like, nah, I better not. I was like, nah, I better not. She came up with something because she's at my phone. She came with somebody I would know. I was like, oh, there's the queen. Oh no.
You never a friend that wants her to be a part of a group or something.
Yeah.
Show her how to use it, and then next thing you know, she's looking at
that's
Instagram stories. I'm like, why? How did you get on here?
No, it's that meddling stepfather of yours gonna show her how to use Facebook. Gonna show her how to get there. She's gonna get there one day, and I'm gonna be blown out the water. So anyway, this group of unhappy people. Now these farmers are just fucking pissed that these things, the DEI, all these things. And now there are tons of farms, and this is sad because this is going to make food high again. Are going bankrupt. We're getting a lot of food from Mexico, y'all. So if y'all are Latino and Mexican haters, keep on hating because we're gonna start getting milk from Mexico and Canada. We're all gonna start matriculating to grade 9 and stuff, talking like that. And yes, Swag. I'm gonna start talking like Canadians. A boot. I know you have a boot. When you drink Canadian milk, you start talking like Canadians. A boot. So we're gonna start doing that. So, Swag, I got a question. Why be mad when you got what you asked for? I mean, that is just human nature, right? Should not be.
But they're getting what they asked for, but then it's like, well, I didn't vote for this. Yes, you did.
Because they never think it's going to be me. Not me.
I wanted you to go after those people that I don't like, that you don't like either. You need to go after them. I'm one of the good ones. I'm one of the loyal ones. I voted for you.
Personal story. It's like me and my order for my iPhone, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna order this iPhone, right? I'm gonna get mine quick. I ain't gonna be caught up in this backlog and traffic jam. But guess who hadn't got a phone yet? This guy. Because it's me. It happened to me. So
I think I saw a meme where somebody was like, let's call ICE after he finishes the yard. Don't call ICE.
But you know what? People get mad at me when I tell them everybody that works for me is black. I ain't gonna worry about that. Mr. Fred just came and cut my grass. Mr. Mr. Fred is black like having your cousin back. You know what I'm saying? That nigga wear a do-rag outside, 75 years old, cut grass in a do-rag.
Oh, speaking of calling ice, I mean, that's another one of your stories for today about the NFL.
It is.
Mm.
It is.
Like,
let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead. So, fuck the farmers. Keep my food cheap. Just get your ass in that field. And I don't know. Is it DEI? Get some of the white people that ain't doing nothing but voting for Trump out in your fields and pull them plows, boy. I always wanted to say that. Pull them plows, boy. Pull it. Go there. I want my corn. I want my okra. I want all that shit. Get your ass out there and get my shit to the market.
But you know what's so fucked up is they're still going to vote Republican after this. Like,
now, and so I want to also make it clear there is nothing wrong, and I say this all the time. There is nothing wrong with being Republican.
No,
if you're a Republican, but if you're MAGA, there's something wrong with that. If you vote along policy, if there's because I know Republicans that cannot vote Republican because they tell me right. They tell me I don't belong to this party. I don't. There's no policy there for me to disagree with.
Right.
And so my girl, Allison, went to high school together. She was like, I'm so disenfranchised. She was like, I've had to vote Democratic 3 times now. And she says, I'm not mad at that. But she said the ideal of it is their value systems and their policies align more with me than whatever this is over here. And I feel bad for people who disagree with a lot of Democratic policy, but have to vote Democratic because independent is giving a vote to Republicans because Republicans already have a structural advantage. So if you have to pick a side, and I think people are starting to realize that independent, unless you have a great candidate, that's an independent. So sidebar, speaking of Democrats, the race is going swimmingly in Virginia for future Governor Abigail Spanberger. Keep up the good work. Looks like their House and their Senate is going to be blue. Their Supreme Court is blue. And I'm from Virginia. I might carry my ass back there. It's going to be the bluest state on the East Coast, so next to New York and Connecticut and all those things. So it's going to be, I mean, we might be headed for a civil war. I don't think so, but I think we as a country we're starting to realize. But let's talk about. Oh, so before we talk about ICE, Malcolm, you live here in the great state of Georgia. Have you seen those commercials looking for ICE employees?
No.
Oh my God, they are so disenchanting. It's like, hey, law enforcement in Georgia, I know you're forced to let criminals go in these sanctuary cities. Join ICE. Get a $50,000 signing bonus.
Oh wow!
Now you trust Trump to give you $50,000? I'm gonna need to see my check before I sign. That's all I'm saying. It's like if you can't get people to sign up and you paying them $50,000 from the break, like something is wrong. Something's wrong. I know Pookie them something going on because Pookie them would have been down there. All them niggas at the barbershop would have been down there, got them checks, and not showed up to work.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
Because they're doing something wrong. When you can't coax people with money, you're doing something wrong. But speaking of ICE, go ahead and run this other story. Go ahead, please.
Do you think Bad Bunny is a good choice for the Super Bowl?
I'm not that knowledgeable about him, but it seems fine, and I don't know why it's a big deal. Seems like a great American artist, so sure.
He's not an American artist, but
he's Puerto Rican. That's part of America, dear.
Yeah, you don't think you have any problem with him saying the ICE is? Well, I'm sure you don't. Mother effers and sons of and that he's not going to perform here due to immigration.
America agrees with him on that. The majority of Americans think ICE has gone too far. They've watched videos of 79-year-old business owners be slammed to the ground and their ribs broken by ICE. So I think the American people are probably on board with that message at this point, Tommy.
I'm gonna let that sit right there. Yeah. Then that goes into Dear White Woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I loved it when she says, "That's part of America, dear."
Correct. Yes, I am. Correct.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't understand. Like, dude, we are cutting back education, and bitches don't know Puerto Rico is a part of America. Let me let you know, there's a part of the Virgin Islands that are part of the American Virgin Islands. There's British. There's there's the British Virgin Islands. There's the Dutch Virgin Islands. You know,
here's the thing. Here's the thing that ticks me off about this whole situation. So remember when Puerto Rico got hit with those storms and Trump went down there throwing paper towels and stuff, and basically criticized Puerto Rico, talking about like how like we're gonna stop sending you money because you don't know how to spend the money that we give you, and y'all need to get y'all shit together. Well, Bad Bunny is the reason. The reason Bad Bunny was in Puerto Rico was because they're not sending like the money that they used to, and he's like, these people need help. So that's why he said, I'm not touring in the United States. I'm just gonna go ahead and go down to Puerto Rico and perform all my shows there. Child, he made them money. He made them bank.
He did. He made,
and now they're mad. It's like, oh well, now you want to come to the United States? It's like, bitch, I don't want to send any money, so I went down there to help my people. If you want to see me bad, you come to us. I'm not coming to you.
And then let me tell you,
now they're all mad because now he's going to do the halftime show talking about, well, you couldn't find nobody else. He's going to do the whole thing in Spanish, and what?
He is. But turn your subtitles on because we all going to be like, "Cómo está?
He's literally one of the most popular artists in the world.
I mean, he is global. He is a global.
And just like with Kendrick Lamar, the ratings are going to be through a roof.
And what's so funny is you got Meemaws and Pawpaws on TikTok talking about I ain't never heard of no Bad Bunny. Who is that? I ain't never heard it. No, we know why you don't know who he is. Like, trust me, you're not listening to his music.
Remember the first time I heard Bad Bunny, and I was intrigued by his stage name. I was like, "Ooh, Bad Bunny, this is my shit." And and he makes some he's a great songwriter. It's just like he's very thought provoking. He talks about the colonization of Puerto Rico and how they really would love not to be with the U.S.
Right?
Which is amazing because they would rather not be. I'm gonna tell you,
Plus, there's a part of him. There's a little gender fluidity there, and he ain't ugly to look at. So I'm
gonna be right there with my big TV.
But I am loving the outrage, and like they are losing their shit about it.
Yeah. So
threatening on ice to the Super Bowl. I'm like, y'all really think he gives a shit?
Yeah. I love that for them. I love white fragility, but I guess I got news for white people. Guess what? April of 2026, it's potentially that the first brown baby will be born into a majority minority country here in the U.S. That was supposed to be 3 years from now, but our Spanish sisters are popping them out, baby. It's like rapid fire. Open up, girl, to get them babies out of there. And black women are doing a good job, but the abortion shit was designed to make white women have babies. Them hoes is lesbians. They're not making no babies. They up there licking cootie cat and not having babies. They're trying to, they trying to do something else with their life. They're not trying to do that.
Oh my God!
I don't blame the girl. Save your cervix. Save your all your stuff down there. You'd be ruined. Your coochie ain't beautiful no more. It can be ruined. But I want to inside the black news. I want somebody to speak to that voting block because they keep voting against their best interest. So I wanted a letter to my white sisters. Dear white woman, I want to tell you this. From a white woman, I'm going to tell you this. Go ahead.
I wasn't going to ruffle any feathers on the internet today, but some of you like to tussle. And I just want to say, the only thing worse than MAGA men are MAGA women. You are literally a traitor to your own sex. It's like punching yourself in the face. You're not in their club. They don't like you. They don't care about you. Go look up how long it took for women to have the right to vote, to work, to file for divorce, to get a credit card, to buy a house, and ask, whose side do you really want to be on here? Forgive me, but I don't understand how any woman would want to defend a man who is guilty of so many sexual assault allegations. Some, which he's been convicted of, he's an adjudicated rapist. He's made disgusting comments about women from day one. He's made comments about his own daughters. And his own wives have filed charges against him. So you know he's in those files that haven't been released. And now they're trying to say that if you do vote against it, you are now an enemy of the state. Why? Why do you think he's going to such extremes? But the point is, women who are okay with this, you are defending sexism so you can enjoy racism. The crazy part is if you look at the stats, if we deported men between the ages of 17 and 50 that are MAGA and replaced them with immigrants, that crime would drop almost 80%. Crimes against women and children would be almost zero. What do you think all this anti-DEI stuff is about? You think it's just racism? No, it's about women too. They literally took away your right to bodily autonomy for healthcare. The government, people who are not doctors, are taking away your right. Meanwhile, women are 51% of the population, 70% of the poor, 83% of the single parent population, producing 50% of the work output, but earn less and only own 1% of land in this country. But while you're mad at liberal women, you're really just hating yourself.
Oh. Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna skip down. I'm gonna skip down to what I'm gonna get the rest of the comments. But I'm gonna skip down to what Sammy says. Yes, Car Barbie. Tell sisters what it really is.
Not Car Barbie.
I love that. I love that. I like Car Barbie. That is
that's one of the things I've confronted a few times, and I keep my mouth shut now. Or say religious women who agree with the idea that women should not speak in the church. They should be seen and not heard. They should just be a support thing. And it's like part of the culture. It's not necessarily an aspect.
It is a part of the culture, right? Yeah.
I don't blame the churches for it, because if they rebelled against it, they would have just left, right?
They would just left.
They are inculcated. They have drunk the Kool-Aid, and they really do believe that men know how to direct their lives, and they want them to direct their lives. And
that's why we're going to have a hard time having a female.
Yeah, because women don't like other women.
Women don't like other women. And I don't care what you say to me. You can wag your tail, wag your finger. It is fucking true.
They have become like the Stephen
Stephen Millers. That shit is crazy. So, dear white women, listen to that. I don't know how much clearer. You've lost. I don't bear children. I only give the batter to the children. I don't bear them. But like when you lose that right, swag. When you lose the freedom to control, like women are literally dying because they cannot get. And this is on a serious note. Women are literally dying because they can't get abortions, because they can't get DNCs. And DNCs are something when women are bleeding. And I'm gonna get a little graphic when they're bleeding and or they have a birth that the baby has deceased inside of them. They need a DNC to get the baby out, or they have preeclampsia and they have to, because sometimes that all is covered under reproductive health. And when I don't think it's right for people that can not bear children to tell people that can bear children what to do with the coochie.
Right.
I don't know what it's like to have a life inside of you. Most women, 95% of women that I know, 99% of women that I know, don't get pregnant for sport.
Right.
They don't, and they weigh their options heavily on what to do with their pregnancy.
Right.
You're looking at, a nigga that, if my grandmother didn't talk my mother out of having, my mother had 4 kids when I came along. She was like, "Whoo, Jesus," you know what I mean? But my grandma was like, So yeah.
But not only that, like most doctors don't go into the field because they want to kill people. It's just kind of like the aspect that they have is like, oh, we have to protect the unborn children from doctors who will perform abortions on vital or viable fetuses. And like, there isn't a doctor in existence who, well, I wouldn't say there isn't, but let's just say the vast majority of doctors,
it's rare.
Yeah, would not be interested in, destroying the life of a fetus that could exist outside the mother's womb, right? They would only do that in the most,
dire emergency,
dire of circumstances. And it's just, it doesn't even make sense to make the rule to do that. But even so, liberals have been okay with that, because that was part of Roe, was that you still outlawed abortions on viable pregnancies, right?
Correct.
That
And
was just part of it.
It's a great compromise.
It is.
I don't think it's bad. It's simple. It's straightforward. It's not judgy. It's not judging either way. It's just if you're, so personal story. My mother was only 5.5 months pregnant when I was born. You know what I mean? I weighed a pound when I was born. You know what I mean? 1 fucking pound. And just imagine, I could only imagine if I was born at this time and needing the prenatal health, because it covers all of those things too. How the mother's treated. There was just a woman here in Atlanta who was a nurse at the hospital, who she died, and they kept her alive to grow the baby. Okay, so now her husband and her mother have to raise, but now, and let me tell you, I think the baby has issues. I think the baby is, has some brain issues. It's disabled. Who, and they're cutting back Medicaid, Medicare, all child care, also. Who gonna take care of the baby? Huh? Right. Why do they have to spend millions of dollars now when they could have let the baby go with the mama? You know what I mean? Or whatever the situation was.
Yeah.
The best outcome was, they could have just let that be.
Right.
But so I say all those things, just like care enough to vote. I'm talking to the plurality of Americans that don't vote, especially people of color. We are good at it, but we're notoriously don't do it. Listen, tell you something. People who died, Martin Luther, you always holler about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. What these people stood for. You always talk about Minister Farrakhan. He votes. You know what I mean? He talk about white people, but he vote. You know what I mean? So we have to do this. We have to do this as a people, as a country. I'm talking to everybody in the Black news today. I'm talking to everybody. Like, get your ass up and go vote. And because now you're sitting there talking about, you're mad. Now, it's bad. You talk about that when your food stamps get cut, and your check ain't coming, and this, that, and the third. And because I'm gonna tell you something, the government's closed. HUD is closed. Okay, so HUD being closed, they cannot draw down your subsidy. Now, where you live is privately owned. Okay. So now, if your privately owned apartment complex or house or wherever you privately own, if they chose to terminate your lease for non-payment, there's no legal recourse. You can't say, "Oh, the government didn't pay." That's your business. That's your business. Now, most landlords don't,
right? And
they'll just wait. And most complexes don't want to take that hit of all these empty units or whatever. But that is a very real thing. They didn't get their drawdown from the government, so we can, and especially like if they wait, and they only got like 10 units in the whole building, because some places in New York are like that. They don't have but 10 units in the whole building, right? I mean, 10 units that are subsidized. It is perfectly, and especially in New York, because it's gonna go. It's if it's a prime location, it's gonna go. So they're gonna put their asses out. Yeah. And I know. Yeah. And then please go vote. And it extends to Louisiana, all those things. Some of those poorest states in this nation don't vote. Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. With the population of Texas of color, just like here in Georgia, why don't we get off our ass? What is the turning point? What will make you vote? You would think that your lack of this and your lack of that will make you vote, but you could be missing a fucking leg and still won't vote. Trump damn near killed your cousin from COVID last time, and you still didn't vote. So I don't know what I can. And so I took a few months off last time because I didn't know what to say. Go ahead, Malcolm.
No, I think we talked about this last week that as people who care, as people who are political and are steeped in politics and policy, we have to realize that we're the aberration, right? It is actually normal for people to be apathetic,
apolitical,
apathetic, and hyper individualistic, right? They don't really care about the country, don't really care about, autonomy and democracy and all these other things. What they care about is my bills, my, paycheck, the safety of my neighborhood. And so I think as a politics, we have to allow people to be selfish, one, and then also be able to do that in a way where it doesn't sound like you are the politics of the poor, because that turns people off too. Like just saying like, oh, you're the party of handouts, because that's kind of how Republicans have gotten the voter share of a lot of poor white people and working class Latino and Black people. Like, it should be noted that the shares of all of those classes that were, uneducated and working class grew for Republicans.
They did.
It wasn't just Trump. It's just like people don't want to be the party of the poor. They want to be the affluent. I think that's part of Trump's appeal. See, he has this personality of a billionaire. Even if he wasn't a billionaire, he is now, by the way.
Yeah, but right.
If he wasn't before, he is now.
But if he lives through his presidency, New York is going to see that he's not going to be able. So,
right.
As I end, we're still, because the whole show is Black News today. So, because we have other stories to report on. So, other stories like the Department of War this week.
Might as well call it what it is now.
It is. Because I want you to know how fucking ridiculous that sounds.
It is horrible.
Listen, we go decades trying to avoid war. Why don't we name a Department of War?
Because it sounds strong.
It sounds cool. It's cool.
Right.
Sounds very cool.
Like my exactly.
It sounds good. Like my authority. Yeah, Cartman. Listen, shout out to Family Guy. Shout out to South Park. Listen, oh my God, this is crazy. Ooh. So they spent millions of dollars flying in every general in our military from every branch, put them in one room. Now, what if some terrorist organization would have got a hold of this information? Yeah. And so, well, listen, I can show you, but I can tell you. Go ahead, Swag. I mean, just go ahead. I don't.
Should our enemies choose foolishly to challenge us, they will be crushed by the violence, precision, and ferocity of the War Department. In other words, to our enemies, F-A-F-O. If necessary, our troops can translate that for you.
They just laughed at him.
You know what I heard?
What was that? Yeah. I'm going to put this picture in the... He had a tough audience. I saw this picture. I don't know if this is actually a real picture or not, but it feels like.
But they should be because the military should be apolitical.
But it looks like it's a real picture of his audience, which is like, you should know your audience. They're not a group of people who are going to laugh or cheer at a stupid ass line like that.
And then let me tell you something. The pushback is real. You know what they're saying when they left it? I was like, "Fuck him."
Basically,
fuck him. We do not serve the pleasure of the president. He didn't say at the pleasure. He said the pleasure. We're gonna give him head. Carry your ass back to Fox News, but you want to be on TV so bad. If y'all can sit in there and do each other toes and give each other makeup tips, but fuck y'all. This is real.
Yeah.
In other news, Hamas has basically agreed to the terms of the U.S. deal, but they want to make some changes. So that means they did not go for it. By the way, don't be fooled by trickery of the headlines. They said no, and they mean it, because they was like, oh, you want to get back to hostage? Sure. You're going to be governed by a body that does not live in the Gaza Strip. So let me just give somebody a little history real quick in case you don't know about history. So the Gaza, it didn't exist in 19. It just was given to Israel in like 1948. They was like, okay, I'm sorry y'all arguing. So the powers that be, the U.S., the U.K., kind of just divvied up the land and said that the Palestinian, all of that was Palestine pre-1947, 48. And so how do you think somebody feel somebody they came and divvied up your house and now you got to live in the basement? And your oppressors get to live in the plurality of your house.
Yeah,
right. I mean, you think of that. That's what this argument is about, because a lot of people are like, oh, what's the deal? I mean, and then you got to get into some whole Jerusalem is in that, and Jerusalem is not just a holy land for Jews and Christians, but it's a holy land for Muslim people too, because the Bible is just different versions of the same story. It's just whatever you believe. We're not getting into all of that, but I'm just saying this is where the holy Mecca is, and this is the argument. So, genocide has been taking hold in that land for generations. I just think for some reason that, it's racism. It's not for some reason.
I was going to say,
I was trying to be diplomatic, but I was like, fuck it, Greg. Just say it. Racism is the issue, because Palestinians tend to be brown. Yes, Palestinians.
I was going to say, like, the real reason that Europeans got behind the state of Israel is because they really wanted to get rid of the Jews. Like, they really wanted to have a homeland and say, okay, now y'all can leave. Because prior to World War II, anti-Semitism was, thought of as kind of like the issue of like trans issues here now. They thought of it as a way that stoked right-wing politics, right?
Yeah.
And they thought like a solution to, instead of like fighting against this sort of right-wing politics, just like find a place to send all the Jews. Like, let's reinstate the state of Israel and get them out.
Can they give black folks California? I'll take it.
Well, they tried to do that with black folks. You realize that was called Liberia. Yeah.
I know. I want California.
We didn't go for the most part, right?
I know. I want California, and I'll go there.
But yeah, the irony is, of course, the sort of equivalent of that would be if, say the indigenous, tribes of Oklahoma decided to take back the rest of the country that was stolen from them and say, well, this was our land and now it's ours again.
Yeah, now it's ours again.
And then
because I say all the time, colonizer will colonize. It's like me going to Malcolm's house and says, this house is not mine, bitch. But you can pay the bills here. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Y'all could be here, but you don't get any rights,
Yeah, no. and we're going to bring y'all nasty diseases from our country. Thank you. We're going to give you people all diseases. Now let's bring it back stateside real quick. I live in a great state. I forgot a story. Let's bring it back stateside and talk about what happened yesterday. Music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs was sentenced to 4 years in prison yesterday. Go Diddy. He has already served a year of that 4, and he's probably going to do another year of good behavior in there. So he'll do about 25, 26 months. And people don't realize this is how the Joker was created. Okay. So he has bunches of money, and he still has bunches of empire. Now he did show attrition. I did like that about his speech he gave, but he showed attrition. Do we have any? Go ahead.
Judge has just sentenced Combs to 4 years and 2 months in federal prison, and it's likely that he's going to get time served, which would mean that that's 50 months minus 13. So he will serve perhaps like a little over 3 years in prison, and again, he gets a little bit of time off for good behavior. Combs seemed unemotional when the judge decided his sentence. It was a really emotional day. Combs was crying as his children were up there speaking before the judge. 6 of his children spoke, telling the judge what their father means to them and how they really just want their father home. And his twin daughters talking about the death of Kim Porter, their mother, and saying that they've already lost a mother and now they've lost this father. The judge also directly addressing Sean Combs. He said, I know you feel like you're in a dark place, that your children depended on you, but he said to him directly, you are going to get through this. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and he said that you have an opportunity to right your wrongs in a true path to redemption.
Let me tell you something. That's money privilege. That is money, because if his name was Roscoe Jones, he would have got all them 11 years and some more. And he got a good talking to, but just he's not gonna do 3 years. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now. If he had any sense, he'll go kiss the ring of Trump and get out next week. That's what I would do.
If that isn't already in the works.
That's what I would honestly, and I wouldn't treat Diddy like any of the rest of them that kissed the ring, because they had no reason to. You know what I mean? Diddy, do it. Go fuck with Trump and get out of jail. He probably won't, because he's really a Democrat. I mean, he's like, he's hardcore, but I doubt it. No, I doubt it. Yeah, he is. I doubt it, but I hope. Diddy.
The funny thing is, like,
Diddy do it.
Are what they are. But you're right. He has good lawyers, and he has the privilege of having money. So, like, your time in prison is going to be just fine. I mean, not just fine, but
no, he will. You said that right, brother. He'll be just fine.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna, you're gonna have your your movements curtailed, and but as far as a prison experience is concerned, he'll have the best.
And then I think he's gonna go to a minimum security place.
Right.
I don't think he's gonna be there
because he's got the lawyers to get him that. Yeah, and
I think that's the next.
They will be working on his parole as soon as.
Yeah. Do you know he's still worth 100?
Yeah, because he's got the right
$400 billion. Yeah, he stole everybody's music.
Yeah, what's so crazy though is, like, I've heard he has this. He started making commodities out of music. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So, like, people can invest in the returns of a certain artist's catalog. Yeah. Like, so he is kind of brilliant as far as, like,
you can buy a piece of Notorious Big. You can buy a piece of Faith Evans. Total. Yeah, it's so.
He's
Sammy says,
smart as far as money is concerned. He's a savvy money maker. Yeah.
Fuck good behavior. Did he get fancy good behavior day when she wasn't feeling well or something? Nice. Again, the money and power will allow this to happen. Exactly. Let's go to the next comment, if you would. Let's go and get these out the way. I heard that too, Swag. They wasn't feeling him. I think the silence was telling him, "You still FOM PD, right?" Fuck you, PD. I just got my mail in ballot. Do it, friend. Do it. And so, in case you don't know, New York has a election to take back the House, because that's what it's going to do. I'm sorry, not New York. California has a special election coming up that's going to get the House, basically. So good luck, California.
And it should be noted, we were headed that way in the first place. The House was likely going to flip anyway, but
But I think now, I do think that Malcolm, you disagree, but I think the Senate is in play. But let's keep our fingers crossed on this. Sammy, so if you would finally get the female president, what would she be? White, black, Latina, Asian, straight, or gay, or trans woman? Even the option at the point is our history. Who knows? I don't play that game of Guess in America anymore. But thank you, Sammy. That is something to think about. My man, what's going on? UK's Next Talk Daddy. Hello, gentlemen. Hello from across the pond, my friend. That big D, pretty Rican boy, better turn out that white. This is something I can't remember. Why they celebrate Cinco de Mayo? I know that's right. Cinco de Mayo is all about dick, homie. I'll be watching Bad Bunny and doing the cha-cha. Exactly. Tune into the Super Bowl halftime show where he will be there doing it. Bringing it back stateside here, the great planet of Atlanta. We have a mayoral race going on. And just in case those, because we're a lot of our audience is in Atlanta, just in case you don't know who your candidates are, check this out. We're going to do this real quick.
Hello, and welcome to Who's That Candidate, where we look at the people running for mayor in Atlanta, Georgia, which is basically who are the 3 people running against the incumbent, Andre Dickens. This post is in no way, shape, form, or fashion an endorsement of Andre Dickens. Let's get into those candidates, shall we? Up first, we have Helmut Love Domagowski. Yikes. Who is a Republican and LGBT nonprofit founder. Let's skip right on down to that quote. I can bring Republican mindset and dollars with a Democratic heart. The current Republican mindset? No thanks. Up next, we have Kalima Jackson as a President Donald Trump supporter. And next we have Eddie Andrew Meredith. The California native moved to Atlanta in 1993. You don't even go here. Don't worry about it. Congratulations to Andre, I guess. Because we not voting for Rainbow MAGA. And we definitely not voting for somebody that would have told on Nat Turner. I mean, he seemed cool and all, but to govern over a city as rich in history as this and to not be a native, well, that just won't do. Sorry, but child, I guess congratulations, Andre, child.
I love her.
I love her so much. I love her.
She has some of the best book recommendations. She's actually the one I've been following for good.
Yeah, she is amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah,
and current Mayor Dickens is having his gay pride ball next week, and it just that's his real name, Helmut. Yes, that is his real name. That is his real name, Helmut Love. That is his real name. Sorry about that if that triggered anyone. Well, that brings us to the end of our Black News segment today. Tune in next week for more Black News and the Mail Media Mind Minute. In case you need your daily fix of us, you need to know when the killer's coming to get you. We do at least 1 to 2 minutes, little snippets. Malcolm, the rest of the team here, myself and the rest of the team here, get on board with it and make it pop, and we make it do what it do. Mail me your Mind Minute on all your socials, Facebook, Instagram, mostly Facebook and Instagram, but X, I guess, and wherever you see it. Because I don't have an account on X, so I don't fuck with people that overturn. Yeah, I don't fuck with Elon like that. I seen a man on the highway the other day in one of those stupid trucks with his feet on the dashboard. And I had bad thoughts. I had to say 1,000 Hail Marys. I was like, Anywho, so check this out. If you were unavailable this week and you missed any of the goodness that was here on M3, I got something for you. The Weekly Rewind. Stay tuned and pay attention. Swag, if you would, sir. My beautiful assistant, Swag. Yes. Turn those goddamn letters and let's go. Oh, what you say? What? That new. What y'all doing that? What? Station identification, bitch. What? What?
All right, so we're gonna take a look at this Halloween gameplay trailer. So here we go.
Opportunity of exploring and creating a game around iconic horror legends like Michael Myers. In Halloween, players get to relive that fateful night in 1978 and step back into the town of Haddonfield, Illinois. I'm Miles Dompierre from Ilphonic, and today I'm thrilled to present an extended look at gameplay for Halloween. With the help of Unreal Engine 5, we've been able to reconstruct the quiet town of Haddonfield in stunning detail. Remaining authentic to the 70s era aesthetics was essential to how we crafted our play spaces. When players navigate these environments, they'll be surrounded by decor that delightfully preserves a special moment in time. Throughout these locations, randomized townsfolk NPCs are living their lives, completely unaware of the danger lurking right outside their windows. These NPCs serve as the game's primary objectives. Stepping behind the mask of this infamous killer, Michael's goal is to find, stalk, and kill the residents of Haddonfield before Halloween night ends. Once you've honed in and stalked a target, it's time to choose the perfect moment to strike. Michael comes equipped with an array of unpredictable endowments, but the most powerful is Shape Jump. When in Shape Jump, Michael is invisible to the naked eye. This is our interpretation of Michael's inexplicable tendency to suddenly appear in completely unexpected places and catch victims off guard. Players can also choose from a broad range of compelling civilian hero characters that have witnessed the wrath of Michael and need to warn their neighbors before it's too late. Finding an active phone will allow you to call the police and attempt to convince them to send in help. Just remember, you may be able to knock him down, but you can't kill the boogeyman. We hope you've enjoyed this extended look at gameplay for Halloween. We've only scratched the surface of what's shaping up to be a truly special and murderous sandbox horror experience. And we can't wait for you all to join us in Haddonfield when Halloween launches on September 8th, 2026.
Okay.
That's kind of dope.
Yes, it's gonna be on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
I need someone to make Michael Myers look like Michael Jackson.
Wow, that's crazy. That's hot though.
Why? Well, why though?
I hear a hee hee from in the distance.
Great game.
Talk about next, but I'm
Who's
first
on?
going to play a video of yours and then get into that. The people within our own coalition that didn't vote. But let me play this and then we'll talk about it.
Gavin Newsom is posting all the homicide rates in all these red states, and Republicans are not happy about it. Texas' homicide rate is 140% higher than California. Oklahoma's homicide rate is 150% higher than California. Arkansas's homicide rate is 220% higher than California. Louisiana's homicide rate is 380% higher than California. South Carolina's homicide rate is 220% higher than California. Alaska's homicide
South
rate is
Carolina, run.
higher than California. Missouri's homicide rate is 200% higher than California. Tennessee's homicide rate is 220% higher than California. Alabama's homicide rate is 290% higher than California. Mississippi's homicide rate is 380% higher than California. And you might be asking, why am I just calling off all of these numbers in these states? Because Donald Trump is still choosing to send the National Guard to all these other cities and states that are Democratic, instead of focusing on what's the real issue. I have looked up all these numbers, and what Gavin Newsom posted, it's all true. This is just showing hypocrisy in the Trump administration.
So I was shocked at 380% in Mississippi.
Yeah, Mississippi is the worst, actually. So,
dude, that means how many? It's 1,000 people live in the whole fucking state. Are they murdering?
Well, the reason why is just the level of poverty in Mississippi is astounding. And so, I mean, a lot of times crime is about what opportunities you have. Yeah, what's there. I can't remember the capital of Mississippi, but it's
Jackson.
Jackson, yeah. I think it's one of the highest crime cities in the country.
Swag, get up in the gig.
Let's go ahead and move on. We got to figure out, are the straights okay?
They're not.
I hope it's a video that I want to see us discuss on this, but it may not be. But I hope it is.
What do you want to see?
The one with the guy in the airport.
Well, you know what? You're about to get your wish, because
Ding, ding, ding. He wins.
That's what they're gonna do, sir. I don't want no men touching me right there. That's what I'm telling. That's the whole issue. But since I don't want no men touching me, they got a problem with that. So can you search me or can a woman search me? It doesn't even matter. So here's the thing. They're gonna search you. Or you don't have to fly. Hey, I'm not letting nobody touch my ass. So why does somebody need to touch my ass? You don't have to fly. For what reason? When I'm asking a lady to do it. Sir, does that make any sense? I'm asking the lady. Okay. Somebody's making it a deal. I'm gonna tell you one more time. You can either get searched. Hey, can you do it? Hey, first of all, calm down. Let us work this out, okay? So now that I got him, it's an issue. So you went from a woman to now I get this man. Now it's an issue. Let us work it out. Give me a minute, okay? Just kind of try to stay Look what calm. I How come you can't do it? But just look at where they pointed. They
Hold
pointed.
on. I'm telling you, hold on. Why can't he do it? He can shoot if he wants. But come on, man. If he wants to start doing it, right? So at this point, stop. Let's figure this out.
David
Okay,
Dyer
okay, David.
from Atlanta, Georgia.
Listen to me. Try to just calm down and listen to me. This is how they do things. You can't decide who has to go. Okay? So it's your choice. You can either allow them to do what they have to do so that you can get on the plane and go where you have to go, or you don't have to fly.
But let me ask
Those
you
are
this,
your two
right?
options.
Let me ask you this, right? So I'm allowing them to do the job that they want to do, right? But I'm not allowing them to elect the person that they want to elect because I want to elect the person.
Well,
I don't want no man touching me.
So here's the thing.
So what's the issue with that?
You don't have the ability to allow anyone.
Hey, but
to
look,
do
he don't even. It's not even no issue. I don't want no man.
David,
Why do you gotta rub my ass?
Can you
Hey, come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, bro.
Girl.
Yeah,
Girl. Look at the girl for the night.
Girl. Okay, girl.
The idea of this video was that this man told her a joke, and I want to get your opinion as to whether or not she was being sensitive or taking it too seriously. It'd be interesting to get your take on it. So this is another humor question. Here we go.
Last night I went on a walk with a friend. She and I were catching up. I hadn't seen her in a while. And she asked me about my love life, which I never talk about on this platform. But I thought this story was worthy of your consideration. I shared with her the experience that made me realize that dating apps were not for me. I had matched with this gentleman, and we were having an initial conversation, and he starts to ask me about my work. Now, because I know the scale of work that I do and the many accomplishments that has come with it, I really don't bring it up. I don't talk about it. I never lead with that. And so I keep it really general. I said, well, I'm an educator and I'm really passionate about mental health. And so he's like, oh, okay, this is great. What exactly do you teach? What level do you teach? And so I share that information. And the questions become more and more pointed to the point where I'm like, okay, we're having the work conversation. And so I provide a brief summary of the work that I do in terms of my career, my scholarship, and the platform that I have built on social media. And his response was, but can you cook a pot of greens? There's a word for this. Actually, there's a few words for this, but the word is called negging, not nagging, not N-A-G, N-E-G. Negging is backhanded compliments or seemingly playful compliments that are designed to take you down a peg, to put you in your place. And if I was a different woman, I could have laughed it off like, ha, 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 you so crazy. But I'm not that woman. And so a few things crystallized for me in that moment. Number one, love would not find me in this manner. Number two, the work that I do puts me in rooms that I would not be able to leave him in unattended, lest he say something inappropriate and then have people questioning my judgment. And number three, I could not help but wonder, would you have asked a white woman this question? Would you have asked a white woman, can you cook a pot of greens? Which I can, by the way, but that's not the point, is it? It gave me some perspective about his perception of Black women, of dating a Black woman, and that regardless of what I accomplished in this life, that my value would always be tied to my output, my labor, and my service, my willingness to serve. And so I will leave you with this. Be wary of anybody who looks at all that you are and sees you as a resource to be used rather than a person to be loved.
Lord have mercy. Good Lord. Okay, Sister Soldier. Okay.
I can
Brooklyn's in Seattle. I
see where she's coming from.
I can
sorta,
too.
kinda.
I can too.
I mean, I do think maybe she took it a little bit too harshly
Yeah.
because, he might have just been joking. And I mean, let's just be honest. In the Black community, a woman that can cook that's a catch.
It's really hard to take you serious with that wig on right now because I look raggedy. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it through. So this past weekend we were over on the Dallas-Fort Worth Waco side of things, and we got a chance to go to this cute little restaurant called what was it called?
Magnolia Table.
Yeah. It's, you guys know that family that flips houses and stuff,
Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Yes, Chip and Joanna Gaines. Oh, look at you! You better know. Chip and Joanna Gaines, and they have a cute restaurant.
Yeah.
And we just said, like, we don't live here. We're from a ways away, so let's just try a few things, right?
Yep.
And so well, first of all, we go into the restaurant, and we were sitting there for about 10 minutes, and no one said boo. Okay, no one came by and said,
Right.
"Hey, sorry, yeah, I'll be right with you." And like servers was walking past.
Yeah, every few seconds there was somebody walking by, a server, something.
Bus boy,
Yeah.
manager looking like people, but nobody said nothing. So about 10 minutes, I saw this young lady walking by, and I said, with the shirt on, and I said, "Excuse me," like a Magnolia table shirt. And I said, "Excuse me, we haven't been spoken to, and we've been sitting here for 10 minutes." And she was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. We will get you taken care of right away. And I'll get somebody over to your table right away." So then they sent our waiter over. I think his name was Chris. They sent Chris over to the table. I think his name was Chris.
You know what? I really don't know what his name was because I completely tuned him out.
Yeah, Shannon was.
I was like,
because first of all, Chris came over to the table and was like, "Hey guys, so what can I get for you?"
And I was like, I was stone faced. I was over it. I was ready to leave
because
I was done.
Because the part of the problem
Stick a
was
fork in me. I was done
because Chris didn't apologize.
Chris came up like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, we'd only been sitting there like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that part.
Yeah.
So I completely like.
But
that was
my
funny.
My bad. Oops. I was cleaning my desk off and I had the mute button. Awesome sauce. I would like to say thank you for the funky, fresh, new, like MTV-esque graphics. We blowing up here at M3. Fuck y'all.
Just a little refresh,
Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. We got a new news opening.
Yeah, I really like the new
line
news.
is
It's
new.
almost like somewhere between like news and like superhero music. Like
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing the goddamn news in the Cape, nigga. What? I am that nigga. So this is the first time I actually remember a story from Thick. He gonna beat my ass. I want to play that. I want to play my game. I want to play that game. I do.
Yeah, no, it is a really cool idea.
I want to
They've
play
done
that
a
game.
few
That sounds.
things like that. So like Friday the 13th is a very popular game.
Right.
Oh, is it like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, yeah.
So the fact that they're doing the same treatment to Halloween seems like it's going to be good. Yeah.
Do you have the Friday the 13th, guys?
I don't have it.
I
but,
don't
I
have
mean,
it,
it's
but I know that it's very popular. Yeah.
And you can do, and it's the same way. Like you can either be Michael Myers or you can be
Jason.
You can be one of the
So it's going to be
victims. So.
Next generation. So like the Friday the 13th game was from the last generation, like PS4. So like this will be like the first game like that on this generation of consoles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those types of games are really popular because they have another one, Dead by Daylight, which is kind of the same thing. You have people who are trying to escape the killer, and you have one person who's the killer who has like special powers that kind of give them kind of level the playing field. So
Right. And
it's gonna be good. Yeah.
Taylor said he needs to see a video of me playing that game. I don't know. I might purchase it, play it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I that's someone that I want to play too because I noticed that Spider-Man game messes with my vertigo. So
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so it's just like I think I want to play that. Right, even though I'm scary as hell, I think the damn video's gonna scare me. But it's all good. Now there is an update, right? An update to the story that Swag ran about the man in the airport. He got arrested. And went to the jail and was not allowed to fly. We had that update on.
It occurred to be one of the reasons why I felt bad for him, because he was being treated like a black man. You know,
yeah,
what I mean?
there were some elements of that.
That
I
was an element of that, and I
like,
was just like,
yeah.
I know you're a homophobe. I realize that, but your treatment as a black man offends me. It does.
But you don't think he brought it upon himself?
I know he did. I'm not.
He did,
thinking
but
it.
you know,
I'm just saying.
But we have said it a lot. I mean, you said it earlier today. Like if
that was a white dude being homophobic, he would not be
right.
arrested. Fuck
and
no.
they wouldn't be telling him to calm down. I'm
gonna tell you,
like
I see. I mean,
when
I
they
don't know
tell
about
somebody
that.
to calm down. That's just that just really just it
I
bothers me.
totally get that, but I've seen white people act ham in front of TSA, and I've seen white people in handcuffs.
I saw a video today of this white guy at the airport, and this officer came up to him and was cussing him out and said, "You better not touch." And I didn't hear not one person tell him to calm down. I didn't hear one person say like, you know, "Hey, buddy, relax, relax, relax." So I get it, Malcolm. I feel the same way. But yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, he kind of asked for it, but at the same time, we can still be like, yeah. But you're still doing it to him because he's black. So.
But yeah, he was an idiot. And the thing is also is that he was homophobic, and I think he was genuinely offended by the idea of a man touching him, right? That is also a failure of the culture, whatever culture he was raised in, to think that was like going to be somehow harming him. I really do feel like he thought he was being assaulted.
Right.
By having to be searched by a man. Which is
I look better. That bitch grew up, boy, is from Atlanta. He didn't see a
that
punk.
motherfucker's crazy. I'm just saying that doesn't come from nowhere. That's something someone taught you.
Yeah,
and I think that's a failure of whoever
trying to set that ass up when he was in the back of that cruiser.
I think he learned something. Hope he did. Yeah.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
John says, I still disagree. He did need to calm down. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, when you hear the police constantly tell black people that they need to calm down, or that, like when we are passionate about what we're talking about, and it's like, why are you yelling? It's like that's a microaggression to me, because that's something that we hear a lot.
I mean,
and then, of course, the question that he asked, you know, why couldn't there have been something other than him being arrested?
No, they talked to that man. First of all, they got a job to do. They have talked to that man.
But he did make a concession. He's like, hey, I'm not saying you can't do it, but why can't I pick who I want? Because I do still say if it were a woman, if a woman had said that, like, I don't want. Well, I mean, I know that like they have men for male passengers and women for women passengers. Like they're not gonna let a man pat down a woman. I know that they don't do that, but I can see like I mean, again, I don't agree with the homophobia, but he is saying like, hey, I'm not disagreeing that you can't pat me down. I'm just saying, can I pick who does it? Like it
doesn't make sense because that is not how that works. They want to cut down.
No, but I'm just saying he wasn't being
on lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? Because if you start doing that, it's he touched me, she touched me inappropriately. No, sit down. Your ass got treated badly because you're an idiot. Malcolm, that woman that you had, who had the woman that talked about? That was you, Malcolm.
Yeah.
She was an idiot. I think she was just, she wanted to not, I think that could have been totally avoided. She just said, I don't want to talk about my career. And that would have been that. I think she is so used to being, I don't know, the breadwinner, I don't even know how to elaborate on how, what she's used to. But yeah, she's going to be single. Good luck, sis. On that, word is born, I tell you. And the whole thing is, it's true. It's true. All right, so check out all those fabulous shows all week long right here at this very station, M3. If you're not watching on YouTube, you can do so at www.youtube.com/MelMediaMind2. Why, Malcolm? Why?
Because they took one.
Thank you. What were you doing back there? Oh, you were drinking water. Okay. We do allow water breaks. Okay. Next time, raise a finger. Ask permission. But join us on Patreon in a few seconds. Patreon.com/MelMediaMind. Can we play the song, please? Thank you so much.
Patreon.com with Mel Media Mind.
That's right. And that was our lovely, one of our lovely hosts here, Queen Dingler, who hosts the Dingler Digest Thursday nights, which are now the Thursday throwback until he gets back from going to fancy restaurants with
You got Shannon in a wig, though. That was funny.
With the Magnolia Bunch. Now, I now for me, I wouldn't have gotten upset. But as long as the manager would apologize, I would have been okay with that. I don't think I don't necessarily believe that an apology should have came from the server as well. Don't blame the peon. The manager did the work. So yeah, and I would have got a free dessert or a free meal out of it, something. But I don't think they should have blamed Chris or whatever his name was. But that's just my opinion. But we sit here all day long and we trigger you with Kanko's McTaco tits and all bad things. Right now, we're going to do, before we go off to Patreon, www.patreon.com, become a member, get access to our exclusive content on Telegram, curated by yours truly up there, not me. I'll be scared they'll confiscate my computer or something. Check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised of the adult entertainment that he provides for you in two areas. And if you don't have time, he has shorter clips. If you have time, he has longer clips. So it's just up to you. You get exclusive content for us. Join our book club. Malcolm picks a timely topic that he wants to read, and you can join him in the readings and discussions of that book. It's usually
I think it was funny the content creator he chose to talk about the gubernatorial race. Like she's basically the main person who has been suggesting the books for our book club. So
yeah, she's an ATLian. She is I know somebody. I know
recommendations. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I haven't read a suggestion from her that has been bad. I mean, it's really good.
And I know somebody that knows her, and they were like, "Oh, you should tune into her."
Yeah, she is great.
She's great. So check her out, definitely. I'd like to thank Taco, Kanko's McTaco Tits for always providing comedy to us. Thank you, Taco. All that good stuff. Thank you for all the content creators who we rehash their content. I never thank those guys because they work really hard. So do we, but they work really hard. So we share in each other's content. I do enjoy that. If you want to follow me on Instagram, please do so. The Talented Mr. Drayton. That's where you can find me. Or Gregory Drayton on Facebook. Facebook keeps urging me to make a fan page. I will. I promise you. I have 1,300 friend requests waiting. I'm going to. Oh, I am. I know that sounds like a first world problem, but I'm sorry. Okay, but join me. There's plenty of room on Instagram. The Talented Mr. Drayton on Instagram. Please join me there. Or you can join Mel Media Mind on all socials. Mel Media Mind's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, X, formerly known as Twitter. What swag?
Fuck you, Elon.
Thank you. He said that so mean. He ready to go. He said it was so mean, Malcolm. Fuck you, Elon.
I can say it meaner.
Yeah. What was this cat doing? Fuck you, Elon. All right.
Right.
So now that we finished triggering you for the day, thank you guys so much. But we're gonna leave you. Well, we're gonna come back after the funny videos and say goodbye. But check out these funny clips that we have for you. Check them out.
Eat your food. She's mad because we left for 3 days and we left her with a babysitter who spoiled her rotten and fed her, cooked her steak, cooked her filet mignon, cooked her salmon, cooked her wagyu, and now she thinks she's too good for her dog food. Marcella, you need to eat your dog food.
Those days are over. They're not coming back. Come on back to the real world.
Marcella, Marcella, I have this for you, okay? Look. Come here.
The dog was like, fuck you, bitch. No. I hate it here. Earth is ghetto. That's like, I hate it here. Go ahead, Swag, please.
Oh, no. Oh. I just want to make sure you're okay. You're not plotting anything, are you? Okay, I love you.
We're gonna have to sell your feet pictures. Oh. Hello. You want to come over for a treat? I thought so.
Should I get a dog? Should I get a dog?
I guess hungry?
What? Is your food bowl empty? Mr. Chief, face the camera.
Hey, buddy, I can't let you outside.
Go commit crimes. No, not that one. Not that one.
Shut up.
Kitty, kitty. Wow, your name is Kitty?
Hi, good night, Gally. Alright, Mac. Good night, Bob.
It's like his life is so hard. Oh, he doesn't like it.
Who's the meanest kitty of all? Why are you so mean?
Keep your paws closed, or you're gonna get off them. Thank you.
I would like to dedicate today's comedy to my favorite feline, T'Challa. Yes, absolutely. If you guys have any funny videos that you see out there, please inbox me. I'll be more than happy to put them on the air. If you have anything funny that you like to share, any stories of your life you want to share, if you have anything you want to share, come on the show and share. Congratulations to Mr. Taylor with the launching of his new apparel line and website. I don't have it in front of me. I'm so sorry, but I will, and I will have you on the show because I'm going to do in November. I'm going to do a show of my favorite things. I'm going to have some creators on talking about the things like the maker of my favorite shirts, Bougie People Problems, and the people that make my Christmas balls, and Mr. Taylor who makes some of my T-shirts and all the things I like because Christmas is coming. So I'm like Oprah, all of Gregory's favorite things for some of the coming in the month of November. So if you are down, some of them are services. So just know, like I'm gonna have my masseuse on because it's so good. Everybody needs a masseuse. Oh, Ty, if you're watching, ooh, a little tight right there. So thank you so much. And tomorrow, don't forget to catch I think at 5 p.m. He and the Blurred Council will be doing what needs to be done. You saw them as the first clip in the weekly rewind. And again, Swag, what a beautiful job you've done. Thank you all for all that you do. Both of you, so we are kind of the brain trust of the network. So thank you both for all that you do because I can call you at the drop of a dime. I know Michael, I get on his nerves about 2:30. I'm like, can you do it, man? In my minute, please? He's like, okay. He's like, okay. No, I want to be okay. All right, so we're going to do a few minutes in Patreon. So tune in. See you next Saturday right back here. Tune in Thursday for Thursday Throwback. Friday for, put up the graphic, please, for Two Grooms in a Pod. It is totally, these are two gentlemen you see in the wig, their husband and husband, Kareem Diggler and his husband Shannon, talk about their adventures in their home state of Texas and other great topics. And we miss you, Kareem. Check out John on all social media, John the Demon, as I like to come and play. Check him out, the Double J Chronicles. He says contact him on Facebook, but I don't like giving out folks' Facebook. Malcolm, what is your handle on Instagram?
Big Malk 2.
Big Malk 2, that's right. But he does answer the information on Instagram. That's him that you're talking to. But on Facebook, you're talking to me. So be kind to me when you go to the M3 mailbox, because I get, because they think it's the guy that you posted. They go, oh, you're so sexy. I'm like, thanks. Shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And you give me my man Swag. Was that T'Challa?
No.
Oh, there was something ringing in the back. Okay. You can remember man Swag for Life on Instagram. What's the preferred mode of contact is Swag for Life on Instagram, TikTok. He's really swell on those TikTok. That's why I got him from the TikTok streets. And his boo. I invited him because his boo was on here. Anyway, well, thank you for. If you want more of that story, tune into Patreon. So join us for Patreon. We are ready, set, go. See you guys next week. Love, peace, and soul. Wait a minute. What is next week? Oh, no. Wait a minute. Next week's the 11th. You're going to be saying a rerun because I have a meeting to go to. Unless Malcolm wants to host. Malcolm, I'll do a whole show for you if you want to host. I'll do a show. I'll prepare the show for you if you want.
And I won't be here next Saturday.
Yeah, I think we should take a break because he's going to be in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can you bring back a bunch of money? Thanks.
I'm on top of that, Rose.
I'm on top of it, Rose. I was waiting for that. Take plenty of pictures so we can share your vacation. All right. Thanks, guys. Here you go. Turn into Patreon. Let's go.
Thanks for checking out this episode of The Saturday Sit Down with your host, the talented Mr. Drayton. Your one-stop shop for the best conversation that you don't want to miss. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned for the next episode.